What's up, everybody? I'm Johnny.
I'm Danny.
And we are Not All There Productions, and welcome to our review of Battle Royale. But this is going to be broken down into three categories.
Right.
Acting, writing.
The special part about our reviews is the fact that we will be reviewing foreign films without English subtitles.
So these are the most uninformed reviews that you could possibly make, probably.
Right, I mean, but they're the only reviews that really matter.
Exactly.
Because we're the only ones really doing them.
Boom. Let's start with acting.
Yeah, let's start with the acting. What did you think of the acting?
Now, I don't know what Japanese inflection is. Like, I don't know how that works.
Me neither.
But some of the acting was like, alright, they're having a conversation. But whenever there needed to be more energy or more of a serious moment or more emotion, I feel like no matter what language you're watching, you can always tell when an actor is hamming it up or when an actor is trying too hard to convey emotion. Mm-hmm. And that happens a lot in this movie. It's pretty bad. So, and I don't think the acting was the focus of the director's mind, because I think his focus was, we're going to show a bunch of kids brutally murdering each other. Spoilers ahead, by the way. So I'd rate the acting around like a middling area. I wasn't too
like a medium acting.
Yeah,
I can go with medium. I mean, it's a hard mindset to get into. I don't know what the standards are for Japanese acting to begin with. I'll put it about medium. I agree with your hamming it up, though. They hammed it up at all the wrong places, and I couldn't tell if it was love interests or if they were just talking nicely to each other, because all Japanese people seem to sound like they're in love or something.
That brings up a good point. The expressions weren't there.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, even without the words, I mean, that was our fault for not putting on the
subtitles. But I don't know if, like you said, I don't know if Japanese acting holds anything on expressions.
Maybe they change it. Who knows?
But we couldn't read anything that was really going on because there was no clue as to what they were thinking by their faces or body language.
Alright, so I mean, we can rate it like middle ground. Middle ground-ish. If I had to put a number on it, maybe a 5.
Maybe a 5
out of 10.
I'd put it maybe a 3.5 or a 4.
Oh wow, okay, so we'll average it out about 4.5.
Yeah, alright.
Alright, so let's move on to, what was it, writing?
Yeah.
Alright, the writing. First off, very hard to critique or review the writing of a movie that you don't have any knowledge about what's going on.
I feel like I can critique it pretty well, though.
I think we can get it pretty close, because I think we have a pretty good understanding of what happened.
Because while we can't say, the dialogue was poorly or well written, because, again, we don't speak Japanese, but there were so many points in the movie, especially with how bullets affect people or how they don't, and the confrontation between the main villain and the main group of heroes, where it's so clear the writing took some liberties, and they were taking the easy way out of some stuff. Oh, it's so dramatic if this person gets up from being shot. Guess what? That wears off after about the 5th time of it not making any sense when they get up. And just really writing for convenience to move the plot along.
Agreed.
They had things they wanted to do, didn't know where to put them in the wrong spot, then had to write themselves out of that corner.
Agreed. So you would give that a middle ground, or low?
I would give that low.
Alright, so you're going to say low. I agree that it was low, and I'm going to add in the fact that the flashbacks, they were logical.
It broke the continuity.
It ruined all continuity. It pulled me right out of whatever was going on.
It jumped right from
and there was no difference in it. It was ridiculous, but I couldn't feel bad for half the characters, so I'm going to have to give that a low rating. If I had to put a number on it, 2.5.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
2.5? Fair enough. Oh, this movie's doing kind of bad.
Well, we'll tackle that when we're done, but cinematography. Cinematography. I feel like it was really indicative of, a lot of foreign Japanese films that I've seen. When you see, they all have a very similar...
Well, you even said the opening was just like Godzilla.
Yeah.
Like the classic
There's
Godzillas.
An opening credit, and I don't know if it's the same company that did Godzilla in some way, or it's just a symbol for Japanese films, but it's the little triangle logo on waves crashing on rocks, which is from the opening of the old Godzilla movies. But I feel like a lot of them are shot very similarly. Like, there's very similar light exposure, their camera work is very similar, and I watched a lot of the old Godzilla movies, and I've seen some Japanese films, and it just reminded me a lot of a very similar style. Now, I don't know if maybe it was just a directing choice to shoot it that way, or that's indicative of a lot of live-action Japanese films.
So, middle ground, or what are you saying?
I'd put it middle ground. There was nothing bad about how they shot it. Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't think there was any real problems with continuity.
Yeah.
And I watch for that stuff because I'm so crazy about it. Continuity wasn't crazy. Again, cinematography, for that, the dream sequence was the only time that I knew they were cutting away from the action.
Yeah, it's a good point.
The flashbacks, like we said, there was no color change, there was no title change, nothing. They just were like, oh, we're gonna take you away.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to give that a lower rating. I'm gonna give that about a 4.5.
Ooh. I think I'm gonna give it around a 6-ish.
Okay.
Just because that shot where we have the Psycho coming out of the fire was really nice. It was framed nicely. That whole scene was done kind of nicely, so that kind of boosted it up a little bit for me.
Right. So, I mean, now we get to our overall rating of the movie.
Yeah. All of this being said, we kind of trashed it a lot, but I enjoy it.
Oh, I love watching
the movie. Yeah, I kind of... We both said this right afterwards. I want to go back and watch it with the subtitles.
We're definitely going to go watch it with the subtitles to get the story, because we're genuinely interested in the story.
I'm very interested in what went on, and there's a lot of things that, because it's in another language, we were only making guesses at.
Right.
I'm really excited to see if my guesses were right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we definitely suggest watching it if you have nothing else to do.
It's an entertaining watch. Like,
it is.
Especially being like a Netflix movie. Like, Netflix is like the epitome of sit back, maybe work on a project you're working on, watch the movie in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd give this movie 13 ineffective Uzi shots out of 20.
I'm going to have to agree with that one.
Yeah.
So that's our final rating there. Yep.
So, give it a watch, and we're going to be reviewing plenty more foreign films, and we're going to be reviewing some more recent films in English, actually, so look out for those reviews.
We will have real movie reviews on here.
Yeah.
This was just a side project that we wanted to do. Yeah. That sounded fun.
We're going to be doing a lot of these.
We have a lot of free time, not really, but we make it.
Yeah.
So, while you're at it, subscribe down below.
Maybe hit that
if you have
button.
a good foreign movie for us to watch, give us your suggestions. We prefer if they're on Netflix, but hey, we might
find
a couple bucks in to watch something. Who knows?
So, thanks for stopping by. See you guys next time.